My beautiful stars, reading time. It's so funny, when I sat down, I just took a big breath, and I feel that ties into this collective's message. It's funny, the last couple of weeks of April, with everything that was going on universally with our beautiful planets, we had a lot of collectives over here in deep reflection of certain situations you felt in love, and there was a big karmic clearing of energy. But there was definitely some pain lingering around in the collectives. It was like you were having to kind of relive certain heartbreaks that you had experienced through life. And it was all to start really going within, deep reflection, remembering your power, your self-love, your self-appreciation. And I just feel there's like a breath coming over you. You rode the trigger. You rode the wave of emotion, and I feel for the right collective, it feels like you're breathing again. So let's get into it. Let's confirm the message. I actually want to get tarot first. Let's see where this leads us. I just want to confirm main collective's energy, and we'll see where this goes. All right, main collective, what's your focus right now? I just want to start with 2, please. Put your passion back, your fire back. Strength, coming into your strength again, your self-belief. You're starting to be more compassionate with yourself. You're stepping into your personal power, and that's what I'm feeling. So from coming out of a very heavy energy, you're starting to find that spark again, okay? There's a certain confidence coming over you right now. And I say this is life. We always ride waves of emotion. What is up must go down, and what is down must go up. But the beauty with that strength card, I always say, she's our beautiful female magician, taming that ferocious lion within, learning how to guide that hurricane inside constructively. So the right collective, I think you have had a moment to yourself on thinking, wow, I got through that. Maybe you didn't. And we always talk about emotion and triggers, and every time we learn to ride the wave and sit in it, you know, those moments of those triggers, those overwhelms, they gradually get, you know, shorter in time when you feel them. And this collective, you clearly didn't move on impulse. Okay, this Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords, they're our little impulsive knights, but I think you found strength over your impulse throughout the last couple weeks, and maybe that's also what you're reflecting on. For this collective to be in this kind of self-belief and this confidence, it's like you're having a moment of feeling quite proud of yourself right now, which is beautiful. I just want one for... I was just about to say, I want what's this strength coming over? Confirmation from heartbreak. So connected to someone that you felt really broke your heart, maybe manipulated your emotion a little bit. You definitely faced disappointment with this person. This person could have offered you a lot in the past and revoked those offers quite quickly. But you're coming out of an obsession phase, okay, a fixation phase. Anyone that watches me, I love love. I always read love. Love is beautiful, but sometimes it's very hard when we're trapped in emotion and we're craving and we're obsessing over someone that has revoked a lot from us and left us with a broken heart, because sometimes we can get blinded by the emotion of craving and longing, especially when we've been treated by like this, blinded. Our heart space can really play tricks on us when we're not in our complete self-belief and our oneness, and we really see ourselves. When we struggle with a little bit of self-love issues, this kind of behavior, unfortunately, it can keep us craving. And a lot of people, when they feel this pain, they put it straight in the category, but that's my divine, that's my twin flame, that's why I feel like this, instead of thinking, divine or not, anyone that's treated you like this, they don't deserve that mind frame. And when you can see it outside of the box, that this person doesn't deserve your obsession, divine or not, they don't deserve your craving, they don't deserve your tears, look at how they've treated you. it can be a bit of a confronting energy to really sit in. And we kind of had an energy quite similar yesterday of yesterday's collective was really sitting in a realist approach about the whole situation. And I feel this collective, you're starting to do the same. You're finding your strength when it comes to your broken heart. And that's beautiful. It's beautiful. And also, side note, I will say this, maybe because you are in reflection and coming into your confidence about the situation, especially if this Knight of Cups, we've got 2 knights here, so especially if this Knight of Cups energy in reverse has always approached you in a Knight of Wands approach, comes in very hot, very impulsively, and then retreats again, or comes in quite sexual, or like comes in quite, I don't even want to say charming, but just out of nowhere, and then disappears again. You're starting to reflect on, why do I keep excusing this? What does that say about myself and how I see myself? But the right collective, remember, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm here to confirm your thought pattern. For your energy, so let's just say this, you're seeing whoever this person is internally as a knight. You're not seeing them as a king or an emperor or a hierophant. Your inner soul, it's like when you reflect, they're in knight energy, quite immature. And I always say that Knight of Wands reminds me a little bit of player energy. Maybe this person also kind of made you feel like a little bit of an option, or you've had intuition that there's other people in this person's life, whatever it may be. You are sitting in more of a realistic outlook now, which is beautiful. I think this is what you're coming out of, your 9 of Swords. And also, and I will say this, coming out of craving for someone for a long time. It is up and down. It's not just going to solidify overnight. So I feel you're coming out of your 9 of Swords energy because you've got your strength here. But there could still be some moments that you're really facing, I don't want to say lost hope, but maybe that's how you feel. It's a lot of lost hope. I just think this collective, it's a very beautiful realization, divine or not, you're seeing yourself. But there could be some dark thoughts lingering around you right now and worry. But I don't think this is consuming you into sleepless nights, okay? I think that when you're facing these anxieties and fears, you're calling on your strength, okay? You're learning how to control, or at least notice. You're taking notice of your emotion. You're not letting your emotion completely swallow you whole. You're feeling it. You know it's there. You're not avoiding it. But I don't think this collective, and I always say the beauty with that 9 of Swords, when we get out of stuck memories from the past, stale memories that do not serve us, those swords raise and a brand new day appears. And that's kind of the main energy I'm feeling here. You feel like you're approaching a new day, okay? There's a heaviness releasing from your soul. One more for your top row, please. Queen of Boundaries. You're being logical. She's our logical queen. All right. You could be a Queen of Swords, but I think it's more your outlook right now. And it's funny, it's coming to my mind. Yesterday, there was such a huge focus in that collective of divine or not. The label can just blind you guys, and you become a doormat to someone that doesn't treat you right. Oh, but that's my divine, that's okay, they're just healing, which is not right. And in the divine community, you all hit a transition from that crow intuition energy to your Queen of Swords energy. You hold on to the logic. You hold on to the truth of the situation. And that's what makes you start seeing clearly. It makes you take those rose-colored glasses off. You're very realistic right now, and that's beautiful. I'm going to say it's coming to my mind. You could also have an air energy in your life that can activate a bit of this Nine of Swords energy in you, though. But there's inner strength coming over this beautiful collective. All right, let's confirm these. You're finally focused. You're not playing tricks on your mind. You're focusing on one thing at a time. And I think this collective's main focus right now is you. You're starting to get a plan into place for you. There's something about your internal flame that's starting to ignite, okay? But things are becoming clear for you in the mind. And again, it'll come and go in waves. But this collective, this is clearly making you feel better. Okay, so ride the wave as long as you can. It's funny. I always say love's the biggest emotion in this world, but I actually feel, and we talk about it all the time, about that transition out of loneliness into independence and actually enjoying your independent time. And it's coming to my mind, I think the right collective, you've actually had a moment of saying, you know what? I actually am loving my own company. I love the structure I've built for myself. I love not having to answer to others, or like you're not there sitting going, I'm lonely. It's like you're starting to realize, you know what? I love my life. Why do I let this energy overtake me and feel like I don't? Okay, don't make it fit. That came to my mind out of nowhere. Which means the right collective, you would have had that moment over the past few days, or even just before this reading. Knight of Wands. Another card of focusing. You're seeing things clearly. Okay, beautiful. And it's funny because I had that deviation about this person's behavior, this Knight of... I think that's one of the things you're really starting to see clearly, especially with this heartbreaker, manipulative, disappointed, revoked offers next to this. For some reason, I think this collective, because remember, you're in a realist approach right now. You're finding the truth to the situation. You're in a very logical approach right now. And I think what you're seeing clearly is the behavior that's been inflicted on you. And it's like, again, you're not blinded anymore. Hold on a second. I want to get these. This was blocking you. All the focus. Oh my God. I literally just slid it on... It's like you're removing the label. Label or not, I deserve to be treated better. Hold on, I just want to confirm your connection here. Yeah, so the way it was left, again, no wonder you would have felt very disappointed here. I think when this person left, they chose silent treatment. You felt abandoned here. Once upon a time, you could have been planning a future. This was feeling stable, and you've endured a lot here. This collective, you've endured so much through this separation. So you didn't just get axed, you got separation. So I think that was, for so long, it was the sadness, missing you, thinking about the future, feeling unsure. There was this yearning, there was this mourning. But now you're starting to say, hold on a minute. No, this was a bad breakup. I've got to stop the pattern here. The way this person left me through silent treatment and made me feel abandoned, that's answers enough. Why am I sitting here thinking I'm unsure of the future when this person has shown me they don't want a future? That's the energy you're sitting in. Don't make it... This is reminding me so much of yesterday's collective. It's kind of that you're starting to really understand, especially if there was no closure. You're like, this is closure. The way they left me is closure. This is nice. It's funny. The last few days, I've had a lot of masculine energies going through realization. This collective and yesterday's collective, you're going through your own realization right now. Whatever Venus and Saturn have been doing, it's been working wonders for a few collectives. I'll tell you that right now. You're not wanting to repeat karmic cycles. You're not wanting to repeat this kind of behavior in your life. This is nice. Okay, Axe. Again, confirmation. I think for so long this collective was holding on to, no, there's insane chemistry. We like each other equally. We're going to have fun again. But then you're starting to realize, hold on a minute. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I just think it's a beautiful energy. I'm not saying that it's the right energy. We might connect to this person. We'll see how this goes. But it's beautiful when you guys go through this transition, because you're not coming from a place of lack anymore, but literally the right collective. You're like, what is wrong with me? How can I feel this person likes me equally when they don't even talk to me? So you really are detaching from that. And this is what happens with divines and I guess it is a bit of human nature, but divines especially, you just hold on to the what if for so long it blinds you, because you are holding on to the label, not to the fact of the situation. All right, palm tree. Oh my God. So literally you got axe, you got separation, and the heartbreak. You got all three separation cards here. So you're starting to reflect on how much you've endured, how flexible you've been through your heartbreak. So deeply hurt, sad separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. It's like you're really starting to, this is where you're finding strength. No wonder you're reflecting on this person as a Knight of Wands, as a Knight of Cups, that charismatic Casanova bamboozler. Because now that you're finding your Queen of Swords outlook to your situation, and I just want to say, I hope you're not feeling foolish, because this Nine of Swords, I'm now seeing, I don't even think that Nine of Swords is towards, it's kind of like there's, especially because everything happens for a reason, especially because I started laughing hearing this. Like, I hope you're not being too hard on yourself. It's all part of the process. I said this yesterday, especially if you do resonate with that divine journey. Love is our biggest, most powerful emotion here. So that phase you go through, that being stuck in this, we like each other equally, even through no contact, even through the veils, it pushes you. It pushes you for your change, the way you start serving, whatever it is. It's a phase you all go through. But this is another pivotal phase you need to go through. Seeing for fact what's happened to you. But also then starting to understand, holy moly, because of my mind, because of my expectation of this situation, I've always felt this person was just going to come and bang down my door. How is that their fault? That's my fault because of my expectation. So it actually helps you guys relieve the anger and frustration from their behavior. This collective, I think you still have a bit of a negative outlook on them. But like I mentioned yesterday, for yesterday, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, fool me 100 times, shame on me. And it's like this collective, yes, you're starting to transition, but this part happens for you guys to let go of the anger and frustration, the resentment that started harboring in your soul for someone that doesn't deserve that. Because again, this specific collective, this person's chosen silent treatment. They made you feel abandoned. So it was because of your own expectation, your 4D mind, okay, it was a part of your journey that created this. They like me equally, they're going to come back, but that's not their fault, because in the physical, they never showed you that. Do you know what I'm saying? Is this behavior good? No. But the thing is, you chose to hold on to this someone that has this kind of behavior. Do you know what I'm getting at? This transition isn't just to make you see things clearly and come into self-love, but to finally release that heaviness this energy has created in your soul through your own expectation. Because your soul doesn't deserve to have that pit for this kind of energy. Right, collective, this will make sense. Was how you were treated, right? No, it wasn't. But again, it was your choice to stay and crave because of your expectation. So again, yes, they fooled you once, but you fooled yourself 100 times in this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Separation. So now you're being logical, and there's that wannabe player, I'm going to say. So this, you're reflecting, gosh, I've been sad, I've been unsure of the future, I've been this person's probably out there having the time of their life. They're probably dating this person, that person, the next person, how many people? I got seduction here. So again, the right collective, your mind frame is changed beautifully. And your next stop is to just let go of the resentment build up, because again, did they treat you right? No. But did they ask you to hold on? No. That was what you had created. Okay. It's a very pivotal part of anybody's journey in life that has heartbreak, not just the divine community. Knight of Cups in reverse. You, beautiful. So you're transition, Queen of Cups underneath this. So you are starting to transition and relieve the resentment. You really are putting that finger back at yourself. Okay, this is beautiful. So you've got a beautiful balance of your emotion and your logical mind right now. Deep feelings, but your intuition, being in flow. You're very emotionally connected to yourself is what I'm hearing. But even with this, she's the most emotional, connected, compassionate, loving queen. Okay. Yes, you probably are also reflecting, how could I have so much empathy and love for this kind of energy? I loved this person more than I loved myself. The whole part of this transition to really tap into your self-love and your self-value. But I do think you're also seeing it with quite an empathic outlook as well. So again, you are starting to realize this is not their fault. It's my fault that I chose to sit here and wait. Okay. Divine or not, and I tell you guys this all the time in collectives and personals, when I have someone say to me, I cannot get over this person, and I always say there will be a seed, but when you guys literally are like swearing black and blue and you're in tears and I can't get over them, they're my twin flame, I always say BS. It's your trauma. You guys can't let go because you're not seeing the situation right. You can't let go because your expectation in your mind is they're going to return and everything's going to be great and we're going to have a happy ever after. The reason you can't let go, and again, you all go through the phase, is because you're blinded to what's actually happened in the physical and you're holding on to the expectation your mind has created. Okay, that's your trauma. So because your ego and pride hasn't been soothed with the lack of validation, the lack of closure, the lack of answers through the silent treatment, the abandonment, it's your ego, it's your trauma that's like, because you haven't won. You haven't been validated by the situation. And again, I do want to, like I just said, it's not that they're not on your mind. A true divine will always have a seed in your soul. But that outlook of obsession and, that's trauma. Okay. And this collective, it's like you understand, you've had an acceptance that this was a very pivotal chapter in your life. But this behavior doesn't fly with you, which means you are starting to see yourself better. Okay. Knight of Swords. Oh, God. That's my confession card. I didn't feel there was maybe you could have had some form of interaction of recent that really started solidifying this outlook for you. That's literally confession. Getting caught, coming clean, remorse, pricked consciousness. Or maybe as well, theme of this, you've been holding on to this for so long and it's made you Nine of Swords and you're starting to realize my expectation of this person coming clean and declaring their love, that acts with this does nothing but create psychological trauma for me. This does not make me feel emotionally overwhelmed and heavy. Why am I wanting a confession from someone I see as a Knight of Wands and a Knight of Cups in reverse? Am I crazy? It's like, again, there's a penny dropping for the right collective. There could, I don't think there's been, although we did have a couple of, hold on, I just want to see this Nine of Swords and Seven of Swords in reverse. Oh. No, it's the reminiscing, it's going over, but letting go, making room for the new beginning that's on its way to you now. I think it's more the reflection of always wanting this and craving this, but now because you're in a realist approach, you're starting to reflect on what the situation is really presenting like face value. Okay. But again, like I said before, I hope this collective, you're not being too hard on yourself. This is actually a beautiful transition you're going through. Very beautiful. You should not be hard on yourself or be focusing on lost time or, yeah. Queen of Swords. Oh, see it differently. So you, again, with the Four of Cups, you are going over it very realistically, but for Four of Cups to be here, don't see this as a missed opportunity or wasted time or it all had to happen for a reason. Everything, without this pain, without this heartbreak, without feeling manipulated, without any, you wouldn't even be at this point of seeing yourself and getting to the point, I'll never excuse this BS again from anyone in my life, divine or not. There could be a little bit of missed opportunity energy around you, a bit of weariness. You could be feeling a bit weary about certain things, because remember I said there could, for the right collective, be a Queen of attached to you that creates a bit of Knight of Swords. Okay, so an air sign of some sort. But again, remember that Four of Cups. We're focusing on cups that we shouldn't when the universe is trying to grant us something so beautiful. Okay, so I'm hearing a couple of things. You could have a more realistic approach when it comes to this Four of Cups, and you're realizing you've put yourself in this Four of Cups by focusing on things that do. Four of Cups is also a card of depression, so Nine of Swords here. Whatever the case, there's a lot of reflection, internal reflection of maybe some of your decisions, how long you've held your heart space off. You're going over actual behavior here that you were starting to think, why was I sitting here craving all of these things? But I hope it's not what's wrong with me. That's my point here. I just hope you're not being too hard on yourself and you are kind of just laughing it off, how we had that little giggle. But as well, how dissatisfaction makes sense. This makes me dissatisfied, craving this kind of behavior. What am I doing? Okay, this is a really good positive energy, just like yesterday's collective. All right, I just want to see how you're shining animal-wise from the universe, because I think you're going through a very powerful energetical shift right now. This is good. Okay, so how are you shining? How's the universe seeing your energy right now? The universe seeing this. Oh, beautiful! I'm not going to lie, that's one of my 20 cards, but you're going deep into your reflection and humming, but you're starting to realize where you need to go to gather your sweet nectar through deep reflection, soul reflection. You're starting to realize, and this is such a powerful shift for anyone to go through. Why am I focusing on things that make me sad and overwhelmed? That's not where I feel sweet and good. But this is my decision. I want to focus on what makes me feel happy. That is very beautiful. That hummingbird, and that's also my bird of miracles, just saying. So the swan, effortless creativity, a sensitive mystic. I'm thinking of that Queen of Cups. So it hasn't hardened your heart. You're not someone even going through this, even though I said you'll never accept this stuff again. And I really do feel the right collective you are letting go of harbored resentment and frustration and anger, because again, you're not pointing the finger outward, you're pointing it inward. Beautiful. Elegant power. Oh, the swan represents heightened creativity, especially with that Knight of Wands that's coming over you. You yourself, I just feel there's going to be this transition of passion and excitement and soul spark that's trickling in over the next few days. Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati. Sorry, I'm so bad. I always butcher goddesses' names. I'm ashamed of it. The embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry. So your creative mind, you might even be an artist, or maybe you're starting to really turn to as well. I always talk about the importance of hobbies, as silly as that sounds. We all need things that ignite our flame within, that can clear out our mind when we're doing it. Those things that we really enjoy. And I feel this collective, the right collective. I don't know if you've started to delve into, again, because of your creative mind, you're turning to certain hobbies. As silly as that sounds, it soothes people's souls. We should all have some. But the right collective, I think you're starting to understand, especially with these hummingbirds. You're focusing on the things that make your soul feel peace and make your soul happy. You're not wanting to focus on pain. I always say, if all you're focusing on pain and lonely, that's all you're going to keep creating. People don't understand it. The power of energy, more people need to get it, because what we continuously focus on, we keep bringing into our life. And this collective, it's natural. You're just like, no, I want to focus on things that make my soul happy. And it's for a far greater reason than you know. You're changing your energy in the right way. Rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted. So they are giving you this ignition of swan energy from up above. They're healing your soul. Gosh, you've been through a lot. They're granting you this swan energy right now. Taken for granted or to be taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is... And you know what? I have to say this. So you know how I always say healing is not just to go through our trauma and heal trauma. It's to understand and appreciate happiness with gratitude and acceptance. Yes, this is my time to be happy. When people feel this release or this happy fulfilled, they wish... How long is this going to last? Is this too good to be true? Is this going to be permanent? So just how you guys have to learn to ride the wave of pain and triggers, you need to learn to ride the wave of happiness and stillness and enjoy it and not wish it away, and not in this moment think, okay, how long is this going to last? Am I going to start craving again? Am I going to start... Healing is not just to heal trauma. It's to accept these times and be like, oh, yes, I deserve this. I'm going to ride the wave of this. I'm going to appreciate every single moment of me feeling like I can breathe again, of my beautiful realist approach to life right now. It's not questioning it. Just remember that, because I always say part of this journey, it's like, I always give this example with that 10 of cups. When you haven't gone through the cups journey, when you haven't gone through a life of trauma and chose to heal, when 10 of cups energy arrives to anybody's doorstep that isn't healed and doesn't appreciate happiness, they wish it away. With all the examples I just gave. And like we said before, what you focus on, you create in your reality. So if you are having this beautiful moment of release, sit in it. Don't question it. And who cares if it only lasts for a week? Who cares if it only lasts for 2 weeks or 2 days? Enjoy it while it's here. Embrace it. Life is forever an emotional roller coaster. Forever. So just how you're learning to accept moments of pain and sit in it, it's the same for this. Okay, that's important. It came to my mind. So even maybe you've had that moment of thinking, what's going on? Is this too good to be true? This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted. Taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. And remember, we said that before, the right collective, everything we say, you've had a moment actually enjoying your solo time. You're actually having a moment of thinking, oh my God, I'm not lonely. Why do I think I'm lonely? I'm actually happy. I love my company. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, and an inner vision likely to be revealed very soon. Infinite creative power is coming over you. But when you're out of balance with your swan, you're agitated, maybe a little bit intolerant, thin-skinned, okay, lacking vision. But to bring into balance, solo time, writing, expression, activating that creative mind. Very beautiful. All right, let's see this. This hummingbird card's magical. Positive. You're positive, enthusiastic, and spiritually resourceful. You know where to go now to make yourself find that sweet nectar. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. Look at what they're granting you right now. This is nice. So if the universe, because remember the question is, if the universe can see this around you and this is how you're penetrating energetically, what are you welcoming? Because your focus is positive. You're not sitting in the negative of life. Just saying. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to go to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. So let's just tie it in just to the hobby. If that's what soothes you, you've learned to do. I talk about this all the time, collectives and in personals. If you are an overthinker, if you are an overprocessor, if you have a fixating thought pattern, if you tunnel vision, if you rabbit hole, you need to learn to control with something that's easily accessible. Yes, gym, fitness, walking, beautiful. But if you're having a really overwhelmed day, right, you're not going to sit in the gym all day, okay? Or you're not just going to be walking all day. Maybe you will, but I think it's better to have something easily accessible hobby-wise at home that when you start to fixate, and it's not going to work straight away, but after time of you constantly, those moments you don't want to pick yourself up out of bed, or you don't want to stop doom scrolling, or you don't want to stop feeling sorry for yourself, you get up and stop feeling sorry for yourself, and you either pick up a book and get lost in a story if you're a reader, or you start painting on your canvas, or you start doing charcoal drawings, or knitting, crocheting, counting your stitches instead of your thought pattern, cooking. Some people like to bake. Some people think cooking's therapeutic. Whatever it is. People that know that they have quite an overwhelmed thought pattern, they need to be on top of it, okay? And after time, you doing those things you enjoy, Swan Energy, you gathering, and in those moments, you're like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm going to do what makes me happy right now, okay? Because it's our choice to either sit in sadness or choose to get out of self-pity and take action to change it. It's our choice, okay? After time of you constantly doing this, your brain, when it's overwhelmed and feeling bad, it just naturally goes to something that can soothe it, okay? But it takes time. I say 66 consecutive days to really store a habit in your brain. Now, unless you're in the middle of something really painful, you're not going to be overwhelmed for 66 days. And this is also why I say you should write down your triggers, those moments of overwhelm, and also write down the days that last to teach your brain it's just a wave, okay? But this collective, you have clearly started to understand what I'm saying. When you are overwhelmed, it is your choice to sit in it, just like it's your choice to do something about it. And again, it's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. You're reprogramming your mind. But people can use every excuse under the sun to be sad and sit in sadness. It's my trauma. It's my brain. I have all of the, I don't want to say diagnose, everybody's, but I truly believe everybody in life, when they find those things that ignite them, if you have something to turn to in these moments, it makes the emotion easier. It's not going to completely diminish the emotion, but at least it doesn't get you stuck in the emotion, okay? But it takes consistent effort. It really does. Okay, this sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet. Every moment is worth savoring. Smart, curious, loves to learn. So maybe you're developing your mind. I'm seeing my Page of Swords. So maybe you're wanting to take new courses, or you are starting to delve more into your spirituality, or whatever it is. Your brain is clearly like a sponge right now for a reason. But when you're out of balance, you're quite pushy, sharp, insistent, trying to force the river. But to bring you into balance, it's saying take a class. So if you have had intuition to maybe start a class with something, let it be painting or pottery or a boot camp or a book club, or do it. Yeah, right now. So without you knowing, you're gathering more wisdom right now. You're in your crocodile energy too, so it makes sense with your solo. And it's funny because I'm going back to that Four of Cups and the emotion I feel this collective has transitioned out of from the last couple weeks of April. That would have made you feel burnt out. It would have made you feel like you were completely like, oh. But the universe is saying you're starting to, right now, in alone time, in solo time, you're gathering wisdom, you're recharging your vessel. You might not feel it right now, but your mind is clearly developing. Your wisdom within is developing. I can see it as I'm speaking to this collective. I always say this, I said it at the start, I'm going to say it again. As a reader, I am not here to tell the right collective how to feel. I'm here to confirm your emotion. I'm here to confirm your thought pattern. So everything I say for the right collective, and this is where discernment comes in, it's like, oh my God, I just said that before. Or, oh my God, it takes you to memories. Okay? You're using your downtime right now to truly recharge the right way. And if they're preparing you in crocodile energy and this, like I said before, buckle up. You're clearly part of paving a way for something great. Clairvoyance. Oh. Sorry, I'm laughing because I think for so long this collective this is what's kind of got you in trouble because it was part of your journey. Remember, you're coming. I know you've got your balance of your Queen of Cups and your Queen of Swords, but I think the right collective, yes, this is powerful in you, but I think you're trying to not focus on what you've envisioned 4D mind right now because this is what you're breaking free from. But with what we were saying before about this is the card of treasures. So they're literally saying you're about to come into something big. But let's go, that something big is coming, and then you got the card of treasures. Clearly there has been something you have envisioned in your 4D mind to do with maybe success or certain things. I just don't want to talk about love because the right collective, you're transitioning out of that. There's something big coming here. Big confirmation, that one. Let's just see. Abundance, clairvoyant treasures. The owl is a mysterious and out-of-worldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl is in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on its way. Literally confirming what we just said. I always say when pivotal emotion shifts out of nowhere, it's that Tinkerbell moment. You're sleeping and the little Tinkerbell dust comes while you're sleeping. Those moments you wake up and like the start of this reading, feeling like you can breathe again. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. Treasures on the way, either in spiritual or material form. And I do think there's a spiritual upgrade coming for the right collective too. With our wisdom on your side and this wisdom of the crocodile that you're gathering more of, just saying, you'll see and know exactly what to do when this boon arrives, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Oh, love that. So you're clearly a giving person, you give back. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. Generous, trusting, and secure when out of balance, money quarrels and scarcity. But it's funny because to bring this into balance as well, it's an offering. So about giving back, and this collective, maybe you've had visions that the things that you are gonna bring in financially abundantly, you want to give back to the world. But I am also hearing, why do you have to wait for a big boon to give back to the world? So let it be you've just, started a few charities up, you're giving money to a few charities you really believe in, or let it be that, you walk past a homeless person or a busker, you might slip them $100, not just a $5, but I feel this collective, if you're not doing that already, do it. It's going to make you feel good. It's always good to give back. You don't have to wait till you're in a huge, abundant influx to give back. And don't get me wrong, I don't need any smart asses. Like, if you can barely, support yourself, I'm not saying that. But clearly this collective, you have some form of comfort around you if they're saying by giving back, it's going to make you feel balanced. Okay, don't need smart ass comments. I'm a single parent, I can't afford to feed. Like, don't need it. For the right collective, for the universe to be channeling this through me for you, you are in a position you can give back without having to wait for a huge influx. You're clearly comfortable, okay? And I always say what we give back, we will get tenfold. So readings always find you at the right time. So you might today walk past a homeless person, or you might today walk past someone that, is busking on the street, or you might just walk past someone that you have an energetic pull to, you know what, I want to actually give back to that person. You might just be drawn to give back to them. Do it, okay? Giving is such a beautiful thing in our soul. It makes us feel good. Oh gosh, look at this. You are very spiritually connected right now. So this energy you're shining up, it's like getting sucked up like a magnet. It's very beautiful. And I quickly just want to backtrack how I said, I don't need smart asses, You can give back by just helping someone. So if you see someone struggling to put their shopping in the car, help them. Or if you see, someone stressing about something, they've lost something, help them look for it. If you're in a shopping center and you see someone's giving someone else a hard time, go stand in and make sure that person feels safe, as long as you're safe in that situation. But there's other ways to give back than just financially. I don't think that anyone has a valid excuse to actually not give back. I think it's sad. I think everyone should do some form of good deed every day, okay? But anyway, I just wanted to correct myself, because I know these bloody keyboard warriors online, and let's be real, as if a keyboard warrior wants to do anything nice for anyone, but there's a reason that's coming to my mind. Oh my God, look at all the birds here. What is going on? And that is the card of truth, as well as I'm saying that. Just by the way, but you standing in your truth, divine messenger. You've got the nightingale, the hummingbird, the swan, and the eagle, and the buffalo. What? I have to read this for you, but you're shining up there, and this card, and it's so funny because this is the transition in your mind. The buffalo is so balanced in the 3D world, the grounded world, but also the spiritual world. Right? So even though you're detaching from maybe your spiritual outlook of this divine journey, because it's a process you all need to go through. It's not detaching like, I don't believe in it, but it's believing in yourself more than someone else that's broken you. Okay? Yes. But when it comes to your spiritual mind in other aspects, just because you've been feeling right now in this moment, you have felt like this has weighed you down, or you feel let down by your journey, although I don't think that's completely true. Look at this. You can't, I do think you have the Queen of Cups approach over it. It doesn't mean that this site is wrong. You just need to know that. Okay, so they're saying right now, yes, you're going through a beautiful transition, but you're balancing your spiritual to your natural world. Okay, you're balancing. And that needs to happen for all spiritualists. I always say this, when you guys first activate, you come off as a manic mess. Like, people are like, whoa, crazy basket. And it's meant to be that intense because you're seeing the world for the first time. You've got to remember, as 5% of the population, you're meant to break free the 85% that are conformed to the 10%, where our subconscious programming starts. The world leaders, the schooling, education system, all of that stuff, right? So without you guys finding balance between earthly matter, spiritual matter, how are you guys ever going to help break free 85% of the population? Because you guys just come off and cuckoo. We've all been there, but you need a nice balance. Spirituality or not, true spiritualists, you're here to remember spirituality is to unite. I find religion, yes, there's beauty in it, but it can really segregate. Okay, now to unite, you need to have a beautiful balance. You need to have an understanding of all walks of life, and you do need to have a balance of your beautiful spiritual mind. It's just how it works. So this collective, gosh, you've clearly been doing your path you've been doing for a long time. To have this balance and never giving up, the one that goes through rain, hail, or shine, a tenacity of a buffalo, a lion, that blood of fire and steel, it's been created from a very young age. This is very special energy, and I always talk about how keys get granted. It's like once we go 7 ascensions, another 7 ascensions. So it's like this collective, you're getting a new key right now because of your tenacity. Salem rang a bell because of your determination. It's funny, I've just gone to I put the buffalo underneath, over the top of the crocodile, and I've put the eagle under. This is an important move. You're about to just sit the seas. Oh my God, and I opened it. So I get so excited. Eagle, all-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. So like, everything we say, whatever's happened with your Venus-Saturn alignment, it's really made you reflect, especially in the heart, your karmic energy when it comes to love, what you excuse in love, how you've never seen yourself properly. There's something so beautiful. You've really closed out a powerful cycle of lack of self-belief, okay? And that's not something that's just going to come and go. That's something that's it's being solidified in your soul. So you really are starting to see yourself, your power, your greatness. But you're believing in it, and that is magical. So through this rough couple weeks, you were building strength, you were building wisdom, and you rode the wave. You didn't do anything stupid impulsively. You just sat in it, you overcame it, and this is why you're being rewarded. You passed a very beautiful test, as I say. And I always say there's never a test failed. It just prolongs our timeline. If we don't see the lesson properly in that time, just come back around. This collective, you have just gone through something emotional that has kept you bound your whole life. Be proud of yourself. Very, very beautiful. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. So your masculine, your own internal divine masculine is being strengthened right now. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. But I think this is what you've been going through, especially because I put it here. There could be something else, another little fire, but again, it's riding the wave. It's riding with this outlook. Whatever fire is about to come, you're going to be A-okay. The sake of your transformation. It's all to transform you. Without the fire, we will never transform. That's how we grow. Pain grows us. You cannot learn to alchemize, transmute without pain. You can't rise from the ashes without fire. You can't do it. People think that healing should just be easy and sunshine and roses. Bullshit. It's gut-wrenching. Fire grows us, and this is why I tell you guys in nearly every reading, embrace pain. It is the most evolving emotion. It evolves our soul so powerfully when we see it differently. Anxiety, fear, pain, all of that stuff. Oh gosh, when you can see how transformative that energy is, truly your life will change. Truly. Your healing journey will change for the better. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child, especially with the buffalo. Stop it. Bright, radiant, loves challenges, but sometimes I think the way this collective loves challenges gets you in trouble. Remember, it's good to be a problem solver. It's good to be challenge orientated, but not when it's creating a fire we should be walking away from. So this people that really, without them knowing, It's that winning energy, right? So when things are falling apart, broken love, not getting answers, it's a challenge. I need to overcome this challenge. Or when we're at a job that's not fulfilling us, but maybe there's a promotion that can come up or something. The holding, but even though it makes us feel like absolute shit, it's that job every day. Oh, I got to go to work. But then you want a promotion in the job that you bloody hate. It's a no-win situation. But it's like it's a challenge. I'm going to get that. Challenge orientated people are good as long as you're learning what hurdles you need to jump over, and you need to be very strong in saying, okay, well, that challenge just creates a fire. That's a no-win situation. So I'm not gonna put energy into that challenge. You need to be very aware, because challenge-orientated people, it can get you in trouble, especially when it comes to broken love that's affected you into longing and craving. Because this can also create this scenario in your mind because you just want to win at it. And it's like the more broken, I just want to win. You've got to be careful. Good quality as long as you know where to direct it. Okay. Oh, my little lamb. So the way you speak, you stop people in their tracks. Look at all these birds. Oh. You would be such an impactful person. Anyone would be lucky to have you in their life. You remind me of one of those people. Have you ever noticed, I find this with spiritual people a lot, you know, when you're out and people just want to touch you, like when they talk and they're like always tapping you, you find, because it's like that in your energy. I find as spiritualists, not just spiritual people that get that given to you, you as people tend to do this because without you knowing, like when you're talking, you're very expressive, you touch people, like you could be quite a touchy person, or you could be polar opposite. You're reading people's energy through touch without you knowing. And this is why I find a lot of, especially clairvoyants, mediums, actually, it can be one extreme to the other. A lot of you guys actually don't want to because you don't want anyone else's energy on you. But I find a lot of you are very touchy people, right? Because you're reading energy. But for this collective, there's a reason this is coming to my mind. You could have just had a moment of meeting a stranger or someone and they just kept touching you. Not in a creepy way, but you know what I mean? Like people that when they talk, it's like they tap you and they're bumping your shoulder, and it's like people can just feel your glow. It's like they just want your glow. So be careful. Protect yourself, this collective. You just like ooze this golden energy is what I'm hearing. But by your shift in positive self-talk and learning how to go where you need to go to gather your sweet nectar and thrive in your beautiful balanced energy, the way you're expressing is coming off very beautiful right now. So maybe you've had moments as well, you've just had a conversation with a stranger, a family member, someone that, you know, whoever it is, and you've had that moment of, gosh, where did that advice come from? It was like a clear channel. It's a lot of spiritualists, you do this as well. You can just give the best advice and then after think, holy moly, where did that come from? That's what I'm feeling here. The way you're speaking, it's developing very beautifully. One more. Oh, there's the lion. We said that with the buffalo and the lion strength. This is you, especially with what's about to come. And our lion is regal and he is stealth and everybody wants to be around him. But he is, again, all the touching. But that sounds so creepy. The right collective, you'll know what I mean. But he's very selective of who he lets around him, she lets around him. And again, for me to put this underneath this boon as well, I always say, and you kind of notice this, when people have acceleration in life or something big happens in their life, especially financially, it's kind of be aware of who comes out of the woodworks because they probably don't have the best intention. There's a reason I just said that for this collective. It came out of my mind. So from nowhere. So just be careful because whatever boon and treasures and, you know, are, just side note, you just want to be alert for when you're winning season starts taking place, who starts to show their face out of the darkness. Okay, just saying. But again, right now, you just have this energy of, you would have a lot of admirers in your corner without you knowing. And I'm not talking love. I just mean people in general, community, family members, co-workers, even love. You would have a lot of people seeping in, if you know it or not, to access your golden glow. Be careful. Now more than ever, protection, cleanse, clean home, those kinds of things. All right, I just want to see this quickly. I want to see what the universe is granting you, and then we're going to get tarot. Oh, beautiful wine. You've been developing over time. Oh, flavor, the good stuff, finessing. And we brought up the alchemy before. Learning how to alchemize, you're transformed. Something's ripening very beautifully here. You're aging well. Whoa. It's funny because we just had that deviation about the lion out of nowhere. Be careful. There could be a bit of deception and jealousy around you. Someone that's betrayed you in the past. Someone you felt backstabbed by. Silent treatment. Abandonment. We all know where I'm trying to avoid love for this collective because you're just coming into strength. Be careful. Maybe this person, there's a detail about sexuality that will link you to them. But that's a card of seduction. Be careful. Strength, that's you. You're shining in that now. Beautiful. So this is going to continue on, but something within the next 7 to 14 days here is on arrival. But remember your self-belief. Remember your strength, your infinite potential, how far you've come. So remember, female magician taming that ferocious lion. So there could be an energy that comes over that creates the internal hurricane. You are going through a period from the beginning. Watch from the beginning. You don't want to let people that you are transitioning thought pattern with get under your skin and harbor resentment for and anger. My advice, just seeing this, whatever's on its way, snake energy, don't let it get under your skin. Don't let it get a react. Don't let this person, people see a reaction from you. Okay? You're glowing so bright right now. You could have quite a few things coming out of the woodworks here. Leo could be an important sign as well. Oh my God. Oh, I don't want to do it. I didn't want to tap into love. We all know who this is for the right collective. Your stalemate snake, that's one person. Sorry, have to say it. Not time is what I'm hearing. This is what's around you. So who are you releasing this main collective? Someone that's blocked you, someone that's put a lot of delay tactics here, someone that's non-committal, someone that's standoffish, someone that refuses to compromise, someone that's very self-involved, someone like... Let's be real, that it could be two different people, but I feel that is one person. This person's birthday could be the 6th of July or the 7th of June, or that could be an important month for you and this person, maybe the last time you spoke. I will put that here, but I intuitively think that's... Anyway, one more. And you, success. So there is something with you, Boone. You're about to be head of the pack. There's something with your success finishing first because of your will to win, motivation. So these two together, there is something. Something's about to be established, ambition, experience. Another card of sexuality here. But achievement, longevity, your career. Beautiful. Something's developing right now. You could be one of my collectives that are envisioned early retirement. So whatever's coming next with this head of the pack could really start leading you to that kind of vision, that end goal. 30th. Oh, was about to say 30th of the 15th. Oh, yeah. 15th of June could be important. 30th of the 5th, maybe 30th of May. Write that down. All right, let's confirm. I'm going to finish this part, and then what I'm going to do, I am going to tap into this a little bit for the love energy connected to you. If you don't want to watch it because you're standing in strength, I'll tell you when to go forward, okay? Developing over time. Light bulb moment. I feel you're going through this now, but it's definitely trickling in with the next couple of days. 26th of the 4th. Oh, that's my dad's birthday. Would be your birthday, 26th of April. Emperor, what the F is going on? I heard divine masculine straight away with aging well, ripening over time. And that's funny. Emperor is father. It could be something to do with your father, though. Okay. But also there's about to be a breakthrough, a discovery, a realization, a reveal, enlightenment, epiphany with Emperor energy. The next 14 days is very pivotal. The next 2 weeks for the right collective. Let's go to love just quickly, because you can't help what's on your spread here. Okay, this collective, let's get out of the spiritual aspect, the outlook, the spiritual outlook, and let's sit in the realist outlook. Even if you have some form of return, just remember what's been done here. Energy like that you're going over right now for the right collective, that would never fix with one conversation. And like I said, yes, I think this collective, you need to watch yesterday's reading. I always say collectives work in colours, but your stories deviate a little bit. So I'm not saying this collective is yesterday's collective, but there could be some very good little things in there that might really resonate with you, especially when it comes to boundaries and self-appreciation. Okay. But let's confirm. Oh my God, that's not Emperor, that's Temperance. There's a reason I said Emperor, it's Temperance. Whatever the case, you need to balance, patience, moderation, don't rush. Whatever epiphanies come, everything I say is for a reason. Whatever epiphany, whatever aha moment, temperance, patience, makes sense with this deviation. Just, there's a reason that happened. You're about to go on a crossroads of this, so you'll have a decision to make. Be careful. So you're just coming into your strength, and I always say, look at how powerful your energy is right now, because there's so much self-focus and it's just such focus on you. It's like you've let your energetical craving go. You're not energetically chasing anymore. And this always bloody happens. As soon as you release 22nd of July, could be an important memory or birthday to do with this person or yourself. I'm going to be honest. I don't even need, and lovers, I don't even need, this isn't ready, my angels, but just be careful. You are going to feel like you're on a crossroads of what way to go. You're going to start weighing up. By the looks of it, I think you choose independence. But this could also, side note, because this is a card also about travel and road trip. If you are a collective, it's coming to my mind, maybe you've wanted to plan a little trip with someone, or, you know, even if it's a friend or something, just be careful, because that just came to my mind out of nowhere. But if you've been having intuition someone's off and you're about to take a trip with someone or something, and maybe just consider that option, just saying. Oh my gosh, so because of your energy, you're shining up right now. You've got a new beginning on its way. New beginnings, don't fall into desire, but a sudden increase, especially with wealth for this collective. This is a lot about babies, magical bubblesies, and intimacy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe be strong when it comes to that. If you have some form of temptation, especially if you've chosen a path of celibacy, there's something about your strength needing as well when it comes to that. But also because of your strength energy, you're sitting in new beginnings. You're welcoming a new chapter right now. I'm going to say a new book. It's like you've written your old story. It's time to write your new one. Stalemate. Yeah, that's what I would think. Sudden and unexpected. Don't let them see your emotion. I would be, if I was you, 10th of the 6th, 6th of the 10th, 10th of the 6th birthday, but there is something here. A reckoning is on its way. It's time to rip off the band-aid. This is going to shock you. I think your interaction with what comes next is going to shock you. I want one more. I don't think this collective thought you could ever really come into the mind frame you're sitting in right now. But it's stepping stones, and that's what I keep saying, and that's what I said for yesterday's collective. It's part of the process here. How you're feeling, right? You're seeing yourself. You're standing up for yourself, okay? What is meant for you will never pass you by. And the right person for you, if they can't accept boundaries and constructive criticism, they were never yours to begin with. And unfortunately, in the divine community, when you're still so blinded by the label of things, you excuse everything because you're scared, oh, they're going to run again. But they run anyway. You sucking up their ass, unconditionally loving them. Hey, they run anyway. It just shows they just take advantage of your goodwill. So many of you guys get scared to put up boundaries and be like, F this, because you're more worried about them. Whatever your decision is when it comes to this person, I think you're going to shock yourself. But it's actually stepping stones. It's actually creating a rival. Okay? This is spiritual growth. This is good. Oh my God, so with your success, divine intervention, you got perfect timing. You're ascending. Gosh, are you ascending? You're leveling up right now through that crocodile, ego, buffalo energy. As above, so below. What is up must go down, and what is down must go up. Okay, very nice. Beautiful. You got some big things coming here. My advice seeing this, and I always say I'm just here for advice. I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. My advice, they're about to release something so beautiful for your abundant path, your boon, your owl energy, that I think is going to take up your focus anyway, but it's going to make you feel, I want to get you an angel card, make you feel very special and fulfilled with what you're focusing on, okay? I don't think this collective, yes, you've craved love for a long time, more sanctity, sanctuary and love, but there's still some chapters for you is what I'm hearing, and you just need to trust your body's emotion, and if it doesn't feel right with whatever this snake stalemate energy is, there's a reason for it. What angel is watching over you right now? I can't say these bloody angels either. I'm terrible. Sabriel, angel of impossible miracles. Oh my gosh. It is very, very rare, very rare. I might do them once every 1, 2, maybe every once a month or once every 2 months, about like this kind of energy that we're tapping into. As a collective, people don't normally hit a big boon or miracle kind of, like it's a very rare thing to experience in life. This collective, you've got something you thought was impossible. It's impossible on its way. Angel of impossible miracles. Holy sugar. Swift. Astonishing surprise. Rapid healing. Spark of wonder. Vitality. The miracle cure. Oh my God. Bloodstone. Maybe you just bought a bloodstone or you need to. But a surprise is on its way in many timelines. So I always say we're in a multiverse we're living in. So you're about to excel in quite a few timelines you're on. Call on me when you need an impossible miracle. and I will set a series of events into motion to bring it about. So I'm hearing this straight away. I don't know if this collective, because remember right at the start I said it was like you had 2, maybe even 3 weeks of complete pain, and maybe you had some angel tears. I always say tears are our biggest magical portal. People don't understand the power and vibration of our tears. It accesses so much. That's why I call them angel tears. I think this collective in a very down state, don't make it fit, because I'm literally seeing someone broken, like in agony on their knees. Your tears were heard. I think a lot of your tears have been heard and captured. I say they catch those beautiful wings, catch your beautiful tears in their wings. But there's something here that I'm just hearing your cries were heard from the heavens. And it's funny because I say this all the time, be careful what you wish for, especially when it comes to the universe, because the way they grant us transformation, and in life, there's not just bad karma, there's good karma. Okay, but when we really want change and we want greatness for ourselves, the only way to do it is to make us sink. So they'll push us off that cliff with no wings to teach us how to fly. And we talk about this in nearly every reading. How we grow is through fire, through emotion, and through pain. Okay, so people are normally on their knees crying and praying for change. It comes in a very painful, unexpected way. For this collective to have a miracle being granted through tears in a beautiful way, that means you've already had to experience a lot of fires of pain. Do you know what I'm trying to say? 23 could be an important number, or second of the third, third of the second. Oh my God. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it. You got the twin flame card. What the is going on with this reading? I don't want to do it for this. So I just don't want to trap you in your mind. You just got the 11. You got the angel of divine love. Divine love, twin flames, peace, union, unconditional. What the is going on? I'm not putting love in this reading. I'm not doing it. Not for this collective. Look at what your mind and your strength, your approach is creating around you. Stay in your approach, but just know your internal union that you're really coming into, your self-love, your self-fulfillment, it's working. Okay, it's working. 23rd of the 11th. I open the 4th chakra and raise your frequency to the divine union with your beloved other. Rose quartz, perfect timing, trust. Just keep going. Keep going. What did just happen? Sorry. I'm not tapping into it. I will do today on YouTube, I will do a divine check-in. I don't want to do it for this reading. If you are wanting a love reading, I will have an actual divine pairing on YouTube later today, but not for this collective. Angel of magic, like not right now in this collective. I mean, I don't want to blur the lines here, because this collective, you're just starting to break free from the expectation of external union. So I don't, anyway, right collective, you'll understand. All right, I just want to get tarot, see what, I just want to do your you know what I am going to do? Just one little this, just quickly, and then we're getting into your tarot. That's all. Oh my God. You just got engagement, true love, calling in. I'm going to say you're divine, not soulmate. And then you've got forgiving and learning. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this reading up, and the connecting love energy for this collective, okay, I will put it on YouTube if you want to watch it, or if you want to save it for a later date. I'm not going to involve it in this reading though, because it's clearly a beautiful message and I just don't want to blur the lines. But I will have Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay. There could be family trauma involved here. It says healing family issues still. All right. Okay. Next, I'm hearing I want to say 2 weeks. Or should we just do the month ahead? Let's go month ahead for this collective. What's coming? Oh my gosh! It's Ace of Pentacles. From such a slow, persistent, hard-working, from Knight of Pentacles to 8, you have been on this for a long time. A solid offer is on its way. Abundance, opportunity, new manifestations arriving. But again, remember, Ace of Pentacles takes years to ground. So this collective, you've been pushing for something with blind faith. It hasn't grounded just yet. I feel something's about to finally ground. A lot of financial gain on the way here. But because of your consistent, dedicated effort and not giving up, you've been building so much beauty in the background, but it's like you forgot that you have been, because you've been on this journey for so long. Don't make it fit. It's been very slow moving, but you haven't given up. Your persistence has just gotten stronger and stronger. Yes, in moments it felt like it didn't, especially now you're transitioning out of your crocodile, eagle, buffalo energy. So bit of a shock here. There could be someone that presents in the next month that has been a little bit selfish here, self-focused, but I'm hearing it's time for you to focus on yourself, your self-care, okay? But there could be someone popping up that unfortunately has played a few, this says mind games and silence, deception, Well, right collective, we know who that is. Let's be real. Wow, finally getting the closure. Talk about the betrayal. The betrayal, but there's a completion coming here. Your internal suffering through your painful ending that created a lot of numbness, especially in the mind. Your numbness came from constantly holding on to hope, but it was part of your journey. But this person definitely Ten of Swords you, and I don't think you've ever gotten that closure, because again, this collective, you were creating your own closure, and you're starting to realize the silence here, the abandonment. That is your closure. So this person could be speaking about, holy, look at this. Oh my God, I feel this is all one, because that's what's created the very first part, your Nine of Swords, the da-da-da-da-da. I really think the universe is showing you to be very realistic here and stay in your realistic approach. Divine or not, this person made you go through a Nine of Swords, a Ten of Swords because of their Five of Swords behavior. Remember that. And this is why I don't want to attach this love message to this. Who cares if it's divine? Look at how you've been treated. And this is what you're finally breaking out of. Label or not, this person treated you like absolute rubbish. But you let it. Yeah, I get it. But you let it. Doesn't matter though. That's why I see this so much in the divine community. When you guys are all bound to that's my twin flame, that's my divine counterpart. You excuse everything under the sun. You love them more than you love yourself. So even though you've got something so beautiful, look at how this is it's like it's literally saying, remember what's been done here. Okay? Holy mo, go within, choose silence. When it comes to the love energy for this collective, your next point, I can see it already. You just need to choose yourself, okay? You need to go within, and this is why I recommend this collective. Watch yesterday's collective, because I gave a lot of, it's very intertwined. I think today's collective and yesterday's collective, you share the same color, just a little bit of a different story. Very important. Instead of maybe watching a love reading, watch that reading, because it'll give you some strength. This is planned. You've got a glowing thread coming in right now, okay? But willpower, mental discipline, remember that, especially when it comes to this. All right, let's confirm. Oh my God. So future planning, big decisions on the way. You got some big opportunities coming with this Ace of Pentacles. I think you're going to be shocked. So there it is, the confession at the so that confession that you've been stewing over and wanting, the pricked consciousness. So even this person taking it sweet ass time now. I will say though, and I'm going to be a bit positive here right now because I have to, because just how you on the divine journey, you didn't realize you were growing. Like I said about your Ace of Pentacles, this person, yes, they've treated you a certain way, but if they're coming up this confession underneath this Nine of Pentacles, just how I explained for you, you haven't given up, you were building in the back of, it is there. Okay, so the prick consciousness, the confession, the remorse of the situation, but your next row is literally, just remember, remember, don't be blinded. Oh God, boundaries, literally, Nine of Wands. So yes, it's going to be like, oh my God, but the realist in the situation, it's nothing but mind games here. Anyway, again, a lot of good tips for this energy in yesterday's reading on YouTube. Hermit. Oh, don't see it as a miss. This is why you need to go within. So your past fear will come back. Your past fear will come back. If I don't reply, it's like you have so much strength. This person's going to pop up. You're going to have strength for a minute, and then you're going to go back into your past thought habit, emphasize habit, because you've been craving this person for so long. And they're saying, this is why you need to choose silence. You're going to be tested with a wave of emotion again. And that makes sense with that eagle. So, yes, you've just come out and you're breathing again, but you rid the wave so beautifully with what you've, again, watch your whole reading. You did it so beautifully. So, of course, they're going to give you the fire again. But it's going to be tough to face, because where your past fire was just reflecting on memories and hurt and how you've been treated in love, not just this love, but the things you've excused. Now you've got the physical test here to... So it's not just you creating all of this in your mind. It's going to be, I always say, when they give you something pivotally emotionally, to see if you're ready for it. And this collective, you passed it with flying colors, like we said. Now you're going to be tested with it in the actual physical. So it's going to feel like a Four of Cups. It's going to make you feel down. It's going to make you feel out. But remember, write it. You've got this. Don't you act on impulse. Boundaries. Choose yourself. It's not going to be easy. It's not meant to. There's a reason we say everything in a reading. And this reading, we were really emphasizing writing the emotion of pain and stress and anxiety. It's what transforms us. It's not meant to be easy. Remember that. Choosing you. You're going to feel empowered. Perfect. So for your dedicate, finally coming into achievement, or your dedicate, you've become a master of your craft, a master of universal magic. There's that justice is at play, and Empress energy, stillness, but still calmness. And that was a big explanation yesterday on how to deal with it and da-da-da-da-da. This is very beautiful, very beautiful. Some big things this next month, this beautiful collective. You're a very powerful being. Believe in your power. That was beautiful. Okay. I still can't get over those angel cards, one after another. That's crazy. Good luck. Oh my God, and you got the justice scales. Holy moly. Good and bad karma coming into your life. And yes, you could be Libra energy as well. Crescent moon, some big things could start shifting. Oh my God, you got the horseshoe. We haven't had that for 8. Luck is literally on your side. You got the horseshoe. You could wear a horseshoe. Why did I just see that on someone's neck? B and H. This I see as my sun charm, but it's got the name Chloe on it. So your name could be Chloe. Someone connect you, especially I'm going back to that Queen of Swords energy. 2006 could have been a very pivotal year, but duality, you're coming into your own duality. You could have just found 20 cents, but good luck, protection. You're about to There's a reason I said 7 ascensions next. I think you're about to go into your next 7 ascensions. It's like you're being crowned for this one and then your next path. So you've become a big fish in a little pond. You're about to go into your next path, small fish in a big pond. Okay? But new beginning in love eventually. But have confidence and healing on your path right now in yourself. You could have just broken a ring or lost a crystal out of a ring, but amethyst, and the world is your oyster. Your beautiful pearl within. Okay. 5th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 5th, 111. 1st of the 9th, 9th of the 1st, 901. Angel number. 10th of the 4th, 4th of the 10th, 24th of the 10th, 15th of the 2nd, 15th of the 4th, 70 by itself, 70 angel number. You could have just spent $70. You could live in number 70 or car plate number. All right, my loves, I love you guys. I will be on YouTube later today, probably about, I'm not even going to give a time, but it will be later on this. And I'll do a divine check-in over there. See if it's this pairing that comes up or another one. All right, but I love you guys and have a beautiful day.